Welcome to Sports Express with Spencer Davidson. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Coming up aboard the Express, Oneida looks to remain unbeaten this season as they host Class B East opponent Camden. Plus, Herkimer hosts winless Adirondack as they look to keep pace in Class C. But first, time for tonight's big game. We head to Waterville for a Class D contest. Check out that moon tonight. The Indians, winners of 3 of their last 4, are taking on the Onondaga Tigers. These teams neck and neck in the standings, and the Indians are looking to keep pace with a 3-2 record so far. First drive of the game, Waterville comes out of the gate ready. Cody Spooner out of the shotgun, heaves it deep towards the sidelines, right to Connor Marriott in stride. Money. PAT good. Just 1 minute in, the Indians have a 7-0 lead. Defense strong in this one for Waterville as well. They have the Tigers pinned deep on 4th down. Marriott with the punt block, and it's recovered by Onondaga in the end zone for the safety. Tack on 2 more points and the ball back for Waterville, up by 9. With 1 minute remaining in the frame, it's Spooner to Marriott again. This time, Connor with the roll to the outside and wins the foot race. The junior is everywhere. It's a 15-0 Indians lead. To the second we go. This time, Indians keep it on the ground. Cut to the middle by Tristan Graham, and he's off. Long run to pay dirt for the sophomore, and Waterville has a commanding 21-point lead. After giving up a touchdown, Waterville ends the half strong. Just 14 seconds to play. Direct snap to Jeremy Edwards, and he charges his way in there. The Indians were ready in this one. A big win for Waterville as they dominate 49-6. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Express. Waterville with a much-needed victory to keep themselves alive heading into the final week of the regular season next week. We now go from Class D to the Class C East. Out in Herkimer, the Magicians hosting the Adirondack Wildcats, also hosting the Mighty Might Herkimer Hornets. First quarter, quarterback Jordan Foote hands it off to Tyler Steele, who runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point was no good, but the Magicians take a 6-0 lead. Minutes later, Herkimer has the ball again. Colby Lacqui runs it up the middle, but fumbles it away, and Alex Gaylord picks it up for the Wildcats. Adirondack takes possession, but would turn it over on downs. Second quarter now, 1st and goal, Herkimer. Foote tosses to Steele, who's able to break 3 tackles and run into the end zone. Herkimer now leads 12-0. The Magicians would then go on to win 39-12 to improve to 4-2 overall. Class B East contest in Oneida. The Indians looking to improve to 6-0 this year. They hosted Camden. Under 2 minutes into the game, Oneida forces a punt. Xander Farr breaks through to block it and then makes the catch in the end zone. Great individual effort for the touchdown. It's 6-zip Indians. Not too long after that, special teams, check. Now offense, check. It's Farr getting it done in multiple facets of the game with an incredible 71-yard touchdown run, an ankle breaker to boot. His 2 scores make it 13-0 Oneida. Camden looking for a bit of a boost in the second. Jordan Clark back to pass, and coming in on the blind side for the sack is Lane Robertson, bursting the seam there. But Oneida would quickly recover. Just a couple of plays later, Clark finds Will Merrill in triple coverage, and somehow he comes away with it in the end zone. The unbeaten season continues for the Indians. They win this one by the weird score of 38-12. Another Class B matchup over in Verona as the always lively VVS student section looking to help the Red Devils snap a 3-game losing streak against winless Mexico. In the second quarter, Devils were down 7-6. Phoenix Wadig to Kyle Burback on the screen pass, and Burback with a great effort somehow stays on his feet and makes his way through the Tigers defense. He's in for the 12-yard score. 2-point conversion makes it 14-7 VVS. With 26 seconds left before halftime, a huge momentum builder. Wadig lofts it to a wide open Bryce Palmer in the end zone. Doesn't get any easier than that, 20-7 at the break. VVS also got the ball back to start the third. First play from scrimmage. It's the Wadig-Palmer connection again. That one a deep ball over 2 defenders. The Red Devils snap their skid and get back in the win column. 35-19 is the final. That'll do it for the opening frame here on Sports Express. Some great games there. After the break, we'll introduce you to our latest athlete of the week. Now, she feared her season may be over, but now she's back on the field and pouring in goals. But first, let's check out the rest of our high school football slate from around the area in our Sports Express Scoremaster.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsExpress. This is Sports Express Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby, and Wittig, and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Welcome back to Sports Express. It's time now to unveil our Athlete of the Week. Everybody loves a good comeback story, right? Well, this athlete has certainly given us that.
When I got my injury, it was very scary.
Mackenzie Mix, a junior forward for the Camden field hockey team, suffered a grade 1 PCL and MCL sprain along with a bone contusion during a game on the road back on September 16th against RFA.
I've never been seriously injured like I was, and I had doctors and other people just telling me it could have been like my ACL tear and like telling me to expect the worst so I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it was really upsetting to think that my season would have been over for this year because I just love the sport and love playing with these ladies.
She missed 6 games with the injury, a lot better than what was initially feared, but still way more than she would have liked.
It was very tough to sit out for the games that I missed. It was just really hard to sit out watching other people play the sport I really love.
The road to recovery wasn't easy, but Mackenzie said her desire to return as well as the support system around her inspired her to get back on the field as soon as she could.
It was such a great feeling to have a whole community and coaches and a team behind me to actually have the support to push me back and actually want me to be back.
Mackenzie has been an offensive force for the Blue Devils for many years now, playing on the varsity team since she was in 8th grade. That made watching her go down that much more difficult to see.
I've obviously had her for a long time, so the relationship that we have is obviously very close.
Being without Mix was a big loss for a team hoping to repeat as section champions and take it a step further to the state tournament this year.
She adds a lot to our team. She's very quick, so with my other forwards, it's a huge benefit to have her on there. Obviously, she's very offensive-minded, which sparks a lot of things for our team, and with playing for me for as long as she has, you know, I look for her leadership on the field.
On October 2nd, Mackenzie finally made her return. In that game against VVS, she scored a goal and tallied an assist. 2 nights later, Mix added another 3 goals and assists against RFA, the very team she was playing against when her season was almost cut short.
She's obviously come back with a vengeance and has been scoring hat tricks in games. So, you know, I think that's important for our team's success.
Mackenzie has scored hat tricks in both games the team has played this week. Through 8 games played this season now, she's got 23 goals and 4 assists. Her toughness is no surprise to those who know the type of athlete and person she is.
To sit out for as long as she did definitely had a major impact on her. So once getting back to that field, she knew what she had to do to make up for lost time.
Getting back to her girls and getting back on the score sheet as quickly as she has meant a lot.
I am very proud to be a part of Camden, and we've always been a top team, and it's just really exciting to be part of this team, and I feel like everyone is a great asset. Camden has always, it runs through my family. Everyone in my family has always gone through sports with Camden. It makes me proud to actually put on a jersey just like my parents or just like my aunts and uncles.
And despite what appeared to be a near devastating injury, has turned out to be a positive experience in the end.
It's really taught me to not take anything for granted and always use your time wisely because you never know when it's going to end. But you just have to go out there and do your best and actually put your whole heart out so you don't have to regret it sooner or later.
Awesome stuff, Mackenzie. Congratulations on your return. If you know of a high school athlete who deserves to be Athlete of the Week, as always, there's our contact info. Send us who you would like to be nominated and why. All featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel. That takes us to the end of frame number 2 on Sports Express. Still not done, though. After the break, we take a look at the 3rd annual UC Pioneers Believe Bowl coming up tomorrow and hear what it means to the football program to have a game benefiting a good cause.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com. This is Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
It most definitely is Sports Express. Welcome back. It's quickly become a staple of the Utica College football program. The third annual Believe Bowl is set to take place tomorrow afternoon at Gaetano Stadium on the campus of Utica College. For the second straight season, the Pioneers will host Empire 8 rival St. John Fisher in a game that means much more than just the result on the field. The game aims to benefit the Believe 271 Foundation and the Thea Bowman House to assist members of the fire service and children who have been afflicted with cancer. The game has become a defining tradition for a program still on the rise.
For a young college football program, people would ask us, what's your big game? You know, who's your rival? And you might get a variety of answers. You know, a lot of times it's conference opponents, things like that. And so the way for us now over years, this is our third year now, the Believe Bowl game's our game. And you couldn't pick a better way for our team to give back to the community. You know, with the help of New York State Tool and Matt and Lisa Wilsey, we were able to promote this game and this great cause. And our guys enjoy it thoroughly.
Crowd at Gaetano Stadium tomorrow. Now, it's also an important game for the Pioneers, who lost to SUNY Cortland in the Empire 8 opener last week, so they want to get that first win in conference. The Pioneers hosting the Cardinals in the third annual Believe Bowl game. That is tomorrow at 1. Also coming up tomorrow, a few big games on tap, including the Great American Rivalry Series, RFA, at Proctor football, the oldest high school football rivalry in the state. That game starts at 1:30 at D'Alessandro Stadium in Utica. Also, the Comets finally back in action for Game 2 of the regular season. They're taking on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins on the road. They start at 7:05 p.m. And then at 8:08, the Yankees, Game 1 of the best-of-7 series against the Houston Astros, as the Yanks are looking for their first spot in a World Series since their championship in 2009. That game is in Houston. 8:08 is the first pitch. That's it for us. We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.
This has been Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.